this on vibrate.
Ah, man.
Whew. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How you doing, buddy? How was your day? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
Yeah.
We went to a Halloween party.
It's a Halloween party.
Yeah. On Saturday.
Probably lots of this.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Keep talking. Tell me about this.
So,
Hello, what's up, Mark?
What's up, Mark? What's up,
Yeah,
man?
Matt.
And you just drop the phone. There you go. Drop the mic and drop the phone.
He's out.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? So yeah, we went to a Halloween party. That was good. What's up from Portland, Oregon? What's up, Carl, Greg?
Manchester United.
Manchester United. Oh yeah, man.
Did they play? They played, right? No, no, that was
they
those other teams.
play, I think, on
Louis,
Saturday.
what's going on?
New
Hello,
studio.
Greg.
What's
going
up, Luis from Portugal?
What's up from Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Explain more on how to install
William.
the audio control LC7i. We do have 3 videos on it. You gotta be a little bit more specific. Like what aspect of it are you not getting or having a hard time with?
Right.
What's up from Norway? Alright, so one real quick side note, this is more just because I was going through the whole, YouTube comments, and obviously we get a variety of comments. Some good, some bad, some this, some that. What's up from Kentucky? How was Sunday, guys? It was busy.
That was good.
It was fun. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was tired. We'll talk about that in a minute. So here's the thing. We'll talk about bad comments. Everyone's got something to say. SoCal in the house, and that's fine. I'm all for constructive criticism. If something isn't the way it should be, constructive criticism is something that will help you. You're welcome. Will help move something along, or possibly you learn. Okay, I'm all for learning. Like when we look back at 900 videos ago, they sucked, and we'll be the first to tell you that. We've learned over the years on how to make a better video. The show, I forgot to change the number, but we've done a ton of these. And you learn as you go, and that's fine. But the nice thing is everyone can go back and they can watch an older video and they can say, oh, this is crap, and it's like, yeah, we know, we fixed that. Just watch a newer video, and that's fine. That solves that. But every now and then you'll get the guy that just wants to be a and for no reason other than to do that, and that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. After doing this for the years and years that we've done it, we've come to grow a little bit skin. But the one thing that still irritates the crap out of me, and I'm not the guy that is great for spelling and stuff like that, but punctuation. Punctuation, I get punctuation. And if you're going to sit there and criticize something I've done, at least have the common courtesy to use maybe a period or a comma. Because nothing makes you sound like more of a, I don't care what you just said, you're lacking in the upper cranial area, than trying to criticize something I've done, and you don't even know how to form a sentence. Okay? So don't criticize me in my work when you can't even do it right. You know what I mean? Okay, that's it. I just thought it was kind of like it's irritating. It's like, have you ever heard of a period?
Bismarck?
So, any vids installing factory remote? Any vids with factory remote installs? No. What's going on? I don't know what kind of remotes for. Oh, you mean like keyless entry kind of things?
Factory remotes.
We're going good. If I mount a tweeter into my woofer, would the sound be? If I mounted tweeters into my woofers, would the sound be off? No, that would be a coaxial. I mean, I actually had a guy once. Orion Cobalts originally had the Orion logo right in the center of them, and some guy sat there with an X-Acto knife and cut that out, and then glued a tweeter right in the center of it, and then ran the tweeter through the vented pole piece on the back. And of course, he didn't glue it in right, so it destroyed the woofer. And it was like, he goes, I don't know what happened, man. It fell, it blew perfectly. I'm like, dude, you tried to mount a tweeter in there. Don't lie to me. And he was like, yeah, I did. And I was like, all right, that's fine. But you need some way to mount it, because if the tweeter has to move up and down it's not going to work. It has to be solidly mounted into the center of the woofer. What's up, guys? Hey, from New York.
What's up?
Oh, all good stuff today.
Man.
Hey, don't go green, man. Never go green. Just try to keep profanity in check. So this weekend was good. For all those of you guys keeping up with my running escapades, I just changed brands. I was a big Newton user. I just changed the clouds. It's like running on a cloud. Yeah, so I had to go to St. Pete Running Company and pick up a new set of keyless entry. We don't do a lot of keyless entries. Actually, we do almost no keyless entry. And the reason the reason why we haven't done any shows on keyless entry is and alarms and remote starts and stuff like that is mainly because the resources that you need for just like, let's say, a DIY guy to do it, you really don't have access to. Like, we have a feature from DEI, directed Viper, called Direct Text, and you have to be a dealer in order to have access to it. So there's really, it's hard to,
what's up, Corey?
we don't want to show you something and then you guys not have access to the same information, because then that's like, because it's not anything magical where we're going to go into the car and actually show you how to find these circuits anymore. Because that's really hard to do in a lot of cars.
All right, hey guys, quick question for you.
Thank you, James.
I was wondering if you guys have any videos on how to replace the rear speakers on a 1995 F-150. I just got one, and the guy did a hack a job on the speaker system, so I'm trying to fix it.
I know we've done it. We've probably filmed it. It just it just depends if it's a single cab or a double cab. If it's a single cab, those sides just come down. If it's a double cab, doors, you got to take the door off. What's up, Robert? They are a pain. Yes, they are. It's a lot of. I mean, we just made it sound simple, but it's one of those things you just get in and do.
Thank you, Randy.
But I know we've done it, and I'm sure we filmed it. That's the one thing I got to
do.
Would be nice if I had some time, would be to put like an F-150 playlist and a Jeep playlist, because those would be two real or maybe trucks or something like that. Hey.
Don't worry, Luis. Don't worry, man.
I wasn't going to. Hey, do you have a question? If you have time, a bypass my factory amp in 2004 Dodge Durango with the factory Infinity. But now my aftermarket Pioneer. Shoot, hold on.
Head unit heads up on the sound.
Heats up.
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Yep.
And then the sound distorts. What's my option? New speakers. So the reason why your head unit's distorting is if you kept the factory speakers, they're 2 ohm speakers. They're not 4 ohm speakers. The head unit is really only made to play 4 ohm. If they are the 4 ohm version of the speakers, chances are good you also have the tweeter in the dash and the mid-range in the door. There again, that ohm load is going to be way lower than your deck could power that. What I would suggest doing, if you want to keep the speakers because they're not blown or anything like that, pick up either the Pioneer GM100, which is a small brick amplifier, a kicker key, which would totally improve the sound, or the 455U Alpine. One of those 3 amplifiers. Now the nice thing about any one of those 3 amplifiers is you can actually just put it where the factory amplifier goes. You don't have to run new power wire or anything like that. You can use the existing power wire. Out of those, the cheapest one is going to be the Pioneer. The only disadvantage of the Pioneer has no gain control, so you're just stuck with it being the volume that it is. What's up, Vincent?
Hey, it's David from Kicker. Keeping Dave?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I totally missed that.
Really?
I was busy answering the question.
Okay.
I'm looking for better mid-bass. I have, CX64s. You got a question?
No, go ahead. I was just trying, he's on SEMA right now.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Lucky guys. I gotta build that mouse pad. Yes. Front and rear with the XR1800. XR1800s are the mid-bass monsters. So if you have room for an XR1800, pick them up. You won't be that. It's the most mid-bass you're gonna get out of a round speaker at that price point. Price point.
All right, Aaron. I'm getting an Orion XTR 4000.1, and I was going to get 2500 amp.
Holy crap! It's Ada.
Hey,
he's
what's
back
going on,
from the
Ada?
other coast, and he's probably over in Las Vegas.
Really?
Maybe.
He is?
I don't know. I think so. He's supposed to be.
You're not driving, right?
Don't drive angry. Never drive angry.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So the Orion
GM100. Yep.
Orion XTR 4000. I was going to get 2500 amp alternator.
Okay.
With an XS powers.
Yep, big XS power battery.
With 2 DS18,
wow.
EXL,
okay.
XXL.
So he's getting an SPL system.
I'm running a JL HD 600.4. Now my question is, there will be enough to power this equipment. I know the XS 6500. I'm sorry.
So
it's good.
Here's the thing when it comes to battery alternator, the whole combination. This is the easiest way to think about it. You're never going to have enough power. Plain and simple. You're never going to have enough power. There will never, ever, ever be enough power. Period. It doesn't matter how much you overthink it. Ask any one of the SPL guys. there's never enough power. There's never enough power for the time you want to run it. Build the biggest thing you can build and move on from there, okay? There's never enough power, okay? You can never have enough batteries. You can never have a big enough alternator. Just never.
But I think...
Try to get on your group. Okay, Lewis, if you're trying to get in the install syndicate, all you have to do is answer the 3 questions. If you're an actual installer, anyone that's in the industry and they want to get into the install syndicate, there's 3 questions that we ask, okay? If you can answer those 3 questions, we'll approve you.
You're in.
That's it. But you have to answer those 3 questions. I can't tell you how many people come in there and they just say, yeah, I work at a car stereo shop. And then they don't answer the 3 questions.
That's mom.
So we can't let you in. So that's that. It is a closed group. What does it say? How you doing, Dieter Fernando? I have a question. I have a DSR-1. I want to set it up with the RTA analyzer. How do I do that? I have a calibrated mic I bought off Amazon. First things first, you're going to need to download some pink noise. If you go to DNF Tool Drawer, go to the tools section. DNFToolDrawer.com is a place to buy all the cool tools that we use. And I have to update it for Christmas because I want you guys to have all the cool tools that we use.
Yep.
Anyways, if you go there, you can go to the section, you can download a pink noise generator. You can also go to kicker.com under their specialty stuff, their tools and whatnot. They have pink noise there. Almost everyone has a pink noise. You can download a pink noise. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to play the pink noise at a normal listening level. Don't go crazy. You don't want to. And what you're going to do is you're going to hear this sound. And what that is that's going to show you the RTA. That's going to show you what is actually coming out of the speakers, okay? And from there, you set up your curve. So if it looks like an ugly woman with jagged teeth, we just have all these, you know, like this is up and this is, okay, the idea is to kind of smooth that out, okay? Once you smooth that out, play some music, and then you can see, okay, I've smoothed that out, but it doesn't necessarily, I want to gain that up or gain that down. Now, the one thing I will tell you, this is where it's counterproductive. Gain down, don't gain up on an EQ, okay? Follow this train of thought. So, if you have an amplifier and you've set the gain where it's supposed to be, whatever mean you decided, if you have to go into the EQ and raise up, you've done something wrong, okay? Gain down, don't gain up. Don't, because this is going to induce noise, take away, all right? So when you're looking at the RTA, if you see this low point, and that low point is what you want to be the high point. Don't gain that up. Go back to your gain, turn your gain up, get that point up, and then reduce everything else. Reduce. Don't raise, reduce. Okay.
All right.
So,
how do I run speaker wires through the big plug on the 2012 F-150?
You don't.
Into the doors.
You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
No.
We always grab the wires in the kick. Because, you know, the way we look at it is if we drill through that, which you'd have to drill through it, you're going to avoid, you won't necessarily avoid the warranty, but if anything goes wrong in that door, they're going to blame that. So we try to avoid that at all costs. We try to just grab the wire in the kick because 2 feet of 16 gauge isn't going to hurt anybody.
Alright, I'm looking for a better mid-bass. I have the ID CSX 64s from front and rears. I don't know what is that one. But will the Kenwood XR 1800?
Yeah, we covered that. Yeah,
okay,
the 1800s will definitely give it more mid-bass.
Mid-bass, okay. Perfect.
Charlottesville, what's up? Have we heard anything about the DM RTA from Audio Patrol? We were just talking about that today, Doug. That was something, actually, Ada, who was on here just a minute ago, was supposed to be doing a training class on that sometime this week over at SEMA. I know he got one to play with. We haven't talked to Chris in a couple weeks. I don't know if he's boycotting us because the first question I always ask him when I see him is, hey man, when's that Bluetooth dongle going to come out? And I think he's just over me asking that question. But you guys ask me that question all the time, so I look at it as I'm kind of the go-between you guys and him. But yeah, so...
Alright, so when you guys open a shop in California,
as much as I love California, I'd probably never go there.
Really?
I'm fighting myself over getting Kicker L715s for a while over the DS. I've owned Kicker L7s twice now, and I love them for SPL and SQ. My question is, have you heard the QL7s? And the QL7s are nice.
Yeah.
I have. You know, hold on, real quick. So, I always like to think of it like this. You have mainstream car audio, which is like Kicker, Rockford, all these brands that we talk a lot about. And then you have non-mainstream, which is like your smaller internet companies. They make great products too, don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking them at all. American-based, DS, Scar, all those are nice companies. They don't do the research that these other manufacturers do. That doesn't make it any better or any worse, but like you look at like a T3 speaker that Rockford builds. They put a lot of effort into that. And you put it in like a Solo X. If you caught the video where I went to Kicker, there's a lot of effort that goes into designing these things. Now everyone, oh well, they don't build them themselves. Yeah, but they design them. They're there through the manufacturer. Okay, all that aside. Big magnet, big surround, real basic thought process, or something tried and true that you love, like an L7. Go with the L7.
All right, are crossovers necessary in a car speakers? Some guys say just plug it straight.
Yes, the 4200s
with no crossover.
What are we talking about?
If the crossovers are worth it.
You need a crossover. You have to have a crossover of some kind. Whether you go active or passive, that's where you run into the difference. So a passive crossover is the cool little box that comes with your speaker and has the caps and coils in it. The reason why people talk those down is because those caps and coils absorb power, so they're going to reduce the amount of power getting to L7. ATA gives you an L7 also. They're going to reduce the amount of power that's actually getting to the speaker. They're also going to prevent the speaker from blowing up. Now, active is going to not reduce the amount of power, but active is you setting the crossovers up in the amplifier or the DSP at the same crossover points for the most part, or adding in, you have a little bit more customability to it. However, if you don't know what you're doing, you also run the risk of blowing up the speakers, especially tweeters. Tweeters are real specific. If you get that wrong, bye, tweeter. You'll also have, does passive sound better? Yes, for the most part. I have yet to sit in a car with someone, now Adam might disagree with me, and I'm sure he will, because he's a big passive equals power. Very few people can sit in a car and actually hear the difference.
There you go. Dustin, we'll check it out. Dustin make two portion of the audio on the two trucks for SEMA. That's cool. So we will check it out, definitely.
Let's put pictures.
Dennis, in an Instagram. Dennis, if you go to our playlist and type F-150 with the Sony system, we have a video on that truck.
I have a Taco Tunes reverb in my 18. Oh, Toyota Tunes reverb in my. Should I ditch it and go with a DSP? So Taco Tunes reverb. I'm assuming you're talking about hopefully just the crappy radio that's in the Toyota, Tony. I'm not a fan of anything factory Toyota. It sucks. Period. If it has the premium sound system in it, then like the JBL system, then you can do an Amp Pro or an iData AR. Totally worth it. If it doesn't, go with the DSP, but you really with the DSP you have, like we just did 1, 2, 3 weeks ago. Yeah. We put a DSR1 in it. That's the one we did the Morel amplifier, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, that had the we did one that we had to do passive. That wasn't the Morel amplifier. Toyota.
Yeah.
Either way, tacotunes.com. Oh, okay, yeah, all right, now I know what you're talking about. I've only been there like once. It's been a while since I've been there. I don't like anything factory Toyota. I'd have to hear the reverb thing and see how that sounds.
Yeah.
But I'm
What's
not.
that, Johnny?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to hear it. But I like just replacing the Toyota with a new radio, personally.
There you go.
I think they sound like crap.
All right.
My JBL. Yeah, I'm sure it's amazing. I think I found the GMD4. Yep, 1004. That's it, Vincent. That's the one. Yep. That's it. Hey guys from Detroit, the Burbs. I'm from Pontiac.
All right. I have a 2017 Toyota Prius with non-JBL system. I would like to replace the stereo. What's my options as far as dash kit and harness?
On a Prius?
Yeah.
I would go to PAC. I would go with the PAC kit. PAC-audio.com. What year was it?
iData, 2017.
Well, you need the kit, and then you need the.
Well, you can go to PAC-audio.com or.
Well, you're gonna need the plastic. The plastic
you're
gonna get at PAC-audio.com.
Yep.
And then, what's up, Bobby? And then for the smart harness, if you're gonna get an iData compatible radio, then get the iData. If you're not gonna get an iData compatible radio, then go with the PAC.
Yeah.
How do you get such a gains when you have an epicenter? Watch the epicenter video. You have to be real careful. You're going to set the gains normal. It's I would just set them for maybe 0 dB of overlap. And for those of you guys that weren't on the Saturday show, Tony D'Amore, which is on YouTube, Tony D, he's the guy that makes the SMD DD1 for Steve Mead. He has a class that he does online. So just Google, Tony D, Tony D'Amore. Anyways, he just did a whole video on gain overlap, which is really cool that you guys should check out. Makes it real simple. Set gains to normal, use epicenter as needed. Yeah, exactly.
All right, I don't know if you read this one already. It's Alex, 2018 Cherokee 6-speaker stock set.
Right.
Would you guys recommend pulling the signal behind the dash right of the radio or going into the audio control 4.800 high pass? I mean, if that's the...
It really doesn't matter where you get the signal. You just need to get the signal. I mean, if it's base model, no amplifier, you're gonna go with a T harness behind the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just go T harness behind the radio.
What's up, John? Yeah.
Yeah. 4,000 watts, Planet Audio, Class D amp, Planet Audio sub. After turning it on halfway, it goes into protection mode. Well, it's a 4,000 watt amp. Make sure your gain's turned down where it needs to be, and also make sure that you have proper battery voltage. If you don't have a digital multimeter and you're trying to put it in anything car audio related, go to any place that sells digital multimeters and buy one. You can get one for $30. You can get them for $10. Don't care. Gotta have a digital multimeter. Check the voltage. Misspelled a D. Grammar, please, gonna give me. No, not grammar, please. That's not grammar.
That's awesome.
But anyways, hey, Jason. What's up, Jason? Nice amp mountain video today. That was a pain. That was the one where I put it underneath the steering column. Mm-hmm. Anyways, you have to have a digital multimeter, period. If you're going to do anything,
what's up, David?
Get the digital multimeter or step up and get the scope, which the digital multimeter scope that we recommend is like $80. We have a video in Tool Time, our Tool Time videos where we talk about it. It's like $80. Check that out. On Haley's car, what T harness did you use? We used the...
Car AV?
Yeah, it's a car AV.
That's a car AV. Yeah. Sorry, Mike. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
On her car, we used this guy right here is you can't see, it's a car AV. The model number is 12240. It's this guy right here. 12240. Amazon. Just go to Amazon and get it. It takes about 2 to 3 weeks because it comes from Europe. You can also just get, if you're in a hurry to do it, if you go on to Metra, they make their harness for their DSP. You could just buy that, and you're going to modify both of them to your needs, so either one of those would work for you. My guess is you could probably find the Metra one a lot quicker than you're going to get that one. Yay.
All right. Any word about replacing the head unit in a 2015 Nissan Rogue with overhead?
I'm sorry. I was reading Jason. He doesn't get to go to see him. Jason, did it ever let you go anywhere, buddy? I mean, what the heck? Oh, you're probably I don't know.
That's right, Josh. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any word on anything about replacing the head unit in a 2015 Nissan Rogue?
Yeah, you can replace that one. You can retain the backup Rogue. Yeah, that's what Sue has. You can retain the backup cameras. The multi-camera, it's a single wire behind the radio. You can interface with the Bose. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. They make the nice shiny kit for that. So yeah, you could do the Rogue. I know we did one, but I don't know if we filmed it. I'd have to check. I know it's not up yet. No. Jeremy Dorn, I sent them instructions. Jeremy's not at PAC anymore, buddy. He's got a new job. Jeremy's got a new job working for Tint World. So, CES a couple years ago. Wow, that's no good. What T-harness would you use for a stock Chrysler Uconnect 4? I would go for that one. You're going to want to go to metraonline.com. They have the T-harnesses for that. Uconnect 4. Okay, so, alright, Uconnect 4. First question is, does it have the premium sound system in it? If it has the premium sound system in it and you're going to interface into it, you're going to want to use a like a Amp Pro from PAC. PAC also, if it has the outboard amplifier, PAC sells the integration into the outboard amplifier. If you guys caught the video today where we had to buy interface into the Jeep, that harness wasn't out yet, but now they make a T harness to go into the amplifier. So if it's a non-premium sound system, you can get the T harness for that from metroonline.com. Just search your vehicle and it'll be under the DSP section. You can buy that harness. It's like $25, non-premium. So yeah, go to metroonline.com and there you'll find. Just search for your make, model, and year, and then it'll get to the DSP settings, and then they'll have an Access DSP harness. It's like $25. You can buy that, and you can cut it up and use it any way you want. So Dean, can you help everyone get a better understanding of clipping, like using a Pioneer head unit, 4-volt output, adding the audio control overdrive plus, and around 13K the gain without blowing your subs? Really? You know, clipping is a funny thing, and like I said, Tony D'Amore does a great job of talking about this in his video, and that's why I've been referencing it this week, is because he does an awesome job of explaining that we get really caught up on one frequency, 40 hertz. And music isn't recorded at 40 hertz, but what clipping basically, the square wave, is that you only have so much height up and down with that sine wave, and clipping is when it reaches the rails, or the top and bottom, as it were, to keep it simple. So the thing with the output of the amplifier is you want to prevent that, but a subwoofer can handle a certain amount of clipping because it's a bigger driver. So like they talk about, I run mine at 60 dBs of gain overlap, or 10 dBs, or 5 dBs of gain overlap. That's just saying, like, if this is the clip point, I'm going to go this much above it because I know my woofer, and the way it's built, can handle a little bit of abuse, and I can get a little more volume out of it. Also, you're looking at the fact that not all audio tracks are recorded the same. So sound is constantly moving up and down. So depending on what you're listening to, you may want what I like to call headroom, which is the ability to, if I'm listening to something that has a crappy bass track, to turn it up louder, and then something that has a not good bass track, or has a good bass track, turn it down some. That's where people always ask, you know, when we're demoing a car, they say, hey, where can I play this to? I don't know. I'm not sitting in the car with you. Each song can be different. Each genre you listen to can be different. In some cases, you know, 80s rock music, you can ride that gain all the way up and go crazy. I've been getting a burning smell from my, level 3 pushing it hard. Set the gain using the clip indicator on the Rockford power amp. What could be causing this? You're heating the voice coil up. Okay, so wattage is heat. Okay, if I asked you to go grab that 150 watt incandescent light bulb that's been on in your room for an hour, guess what? You're going to burn your fingers. The same thing is true for your subwoofer. When you're overdriving your subwoofer, when it can't reproduce any more sound, it just rolls off as heat. That's why the magnet, that's why the motor structure is built the way it is to absorb heat. If you go grab a magnet on a speaker that's been playing for an hour, you're going to get that cool burning on your hands like the guy from Raiders of the Lost Ark, because you're trying to, the woofer needs to expel the heat, it needs to get rid of it. When you're smelling your driver, that means it's plateauing, and now all you're doing is heating it up, meaning it's not going to get any louder. That's it, it's done. So at that point, you turn it down. That's it. You just turn it down. Now, you know, when the system is normal level of loudness, when you're turning those gains up or the bass boost up, if you don't hear a difference, that's because what you know, like if you're going hear a difference, hear a difference, hear a difference, hear a difference, don't hear a difference, don't hear a difference, go back to where you hear the difference. Because this is just heat that the subwoofer is absorbing and trying to deal with. It's still there and it's still powering. Like if you put a voltmeter on it, you're going to see that there's still power going out to the subwoofer. It just can't do anything with it. It's done. It's plateaued. So now what's happening is you're just cooking the voice coil. You're just cooking the whole assembly. It's just getting hot, and that's what you're smelling.
All right. Looking for the Rockford Fosgate PVR 400.4D. Will be powered sub and speakers.
Yeah, go ahead. What? I'm sorry.
That's one. I'm looking for the Rockford Fosgate PVR 404.
Yeah.
That will be powered the sub and the speakers.
Yes. Yours. That's what he's talking about. Your car.
Yeah.
The PBR 404 is the one we put in your car. That powered the 1.8 and the two 6.5 components up front. Oh yeah, that's true too. Good call, Robert. If you're using a box with a massive port on it, you could also be massive slot port could be overdriving the sub. That's called pissing in the wind smell. Yeah. So basically, what he's talking about is if your port is really big and you're overpowering the drivers, meaning it's like, let's say it's losing its baffle, because subwoofers need baffle. The port is a tuned baffle for the subwoofer to play the right frequency, or to couple with the driver to create more volume. If the port is wrong, the baffling is going to be wrong. The back pressure that the woofer needs to see, in which case now the woofer just goes nuts, and it heats up, of course, because it's moving. There's not enough back pressure on it. Over excursion, yes. Okay.
Right. On the earlier 2000 Silverado extended cab with the suicide doors, where do you mount the amplifiers?
Which car?
In the 2000 Silverado extended cab.
Ooh, the suicide doors? Ooh, that's a tough one. There's really no room in that car. We try to sell amps accordingly, which would be something small that could go at the very base of the seat. If you're trying to do something big, there's really no room. So if you pull off the back seat, there's a wire frame on there. If you have some bolt cutters, you can kind of bolt cut the seat to fit the amplifiers on the back wall. I don't recommend doing that unless you absolutely have to, but we always just try to go with amplifiers that are small enough to fit at the base of the seat.
Alright, can I run two Alpine Type R subwoofers on a 500 MBP Alpine amplifier?
It's kind of not enough power.
It is that underpowered.
That's underpowered.
Okay.
Thanks, Josh. You have a good night, too. Kind of remote start season sucks up here in the north. Have fun with that. I have a 2004 Bourbon, okay, with a Bose system that I would like to put my system into, but don't know how to go about it. I have two kicker tank comps, an Alpine 1000, 4-channel. I need help on how to get about. If you got a Bourbon, we've got a lot of videos up on the Bourbon. We just did a search like Pioneer, go into the install diaries and search Pioneer system in a Suburban. It's about that same year we go through and put a whole big system in that, so that'd be something you could check out. What's up from Kentucky?
Alright.
Yep.
Of Bluetooth audio or USB Android Auto, which give you a better sound quality?
Well, okay, so Bluetooth. So to do Android Auto, non-Wi-Fi Android Auto, you have to have the phone plugged in, and it's using Bluetooth and the USB. One is for data and the other was for sound. If you're talking just straight up, I have a phone in my hand, do I connect it through USB or do I connect it through Bluetooth? It really depends on the radio you're using. Because not all Bluetooth is created equal. That's why, like, so for example, if you're using like a 9904, 9905, they don't have great Bluetooth in those. They have real basic Bluetooth, so the Bluetooth is going to suck compared to the USB. If you have something that has really good USB or really good Bluetooth, then there is no difference. But Bluetooth sounds better than Android Auto. Okay, there you go. We'll go with that. I do Apple, so for Android, I'm going to do Bluetooth. Yeah, so Jason says Bluetooth. He's got Android, so go that way.
There you go. I installed an Alpine Halo 9 Maestro in a 2018 Toyota Highlander. The stock rear camera quality appears worse.
Yes.
Any ideas why?
Because you went from a small screen that's a... Alright, so, okay guys, remember, all these radios, doesn't matter if it's a 9-inch, a 6.2, a 6.4, or a 7, all, with the exception of the two Kenwoods, are all 800 by 480. Now, even the little tiny dash things that are like this big are still 800 by 480. So, Toyota puts a little crappy camera in there that's going to be viewed on a screen that's this big. You've just taken that screen resolution and stretched it out to 9 inches. You didn't change anything. You physically just moved the pixels farther apart. Guess what? It's going to look like crap. So that's why it looks like crap.
Is the Pioneer 4201 worth for the money?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is good.
Yeah, the Pioneer 4201 is awesome. It's great sound quality. The only thing that makes the 4400 better, sound-wise, or feature-wise, other than all the silliness, is the fact that it has memory built into it now, so you can recall all your settings. The only thing I've ever hated about the 4200 was its inability to save settings. So if you sit there and you take the time to do like tune it and put the EQ and do the DSP and the time correction and all that, as soon as the battery's disconnected, if you haven't taken pictures of it, you've lost it all. Yay. What type of install do you guys look forward to when Paul books it? Is there anything you look forward to doing? I look forward to the end. I gotta be honest. It doesn't matter what we're doing, I look forward to the end. Especially if we're doing something, one of the nicer systems.
I like my answer, Ben.
Of course you do.
Of course.
I just look forward to the end. I mean, it's not so much look forward.
I mean, it's excited when you're working with nice product.
I mean, if
and you do like a huge full install because you're waiting for that moment to sit down and hear it.
Yeah, I mean, if
that's what I'm looking for.
I guess if we're looking for, like, if we're doing something new that we've never done before,
yeah,
that's cool. Like when we sell something that we actually, we've never done one of these. It's like, yeah, let's put that in. That's awesome.
Right.
So that is fun. And then at the end, honestly, it's like when you spend a day and a half to 2 days working on something, and it's like when you're done, it's just like
I can imagine how you do like a 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
I would lose my mind. I mean, I hated it then. Any job I'm not rushed on. What job is that? I mean, you're rushed on all of them.
I was watching Jason.
Hey, Bill, what's up?
What's up, Bill? I was watching Jason's project in the bug.
Yeah.
Like it.
I knew
the
you
bug,
would.
Man.
D, so the answer of the Halo 9 and the OMV
Hey,
camera
what's up, Bill?
would be to change the camera on to an aftermarket one. For the most part, yeah. What's new out there, Bill? Well, all right, so Bill's not going to answer that because what's going to happen is once Bill gets back from SEMA later this week, we're going to get together and either, I'm thinking Friday night,
yeah,
we're going to do another live show where we're going to interview Bill and all the cool things that the companies that he's out there representing got to see. So we're going to have a SEMA wrap-up from Bill later this... What's up, Mel? Later this week, so that ought to be fun. We're going to let you guys know about it. Probably be looking to hear something Thursday-ish, Wednesday or Thursday-ish. We'll let you know what we're going to do with Bill. So that'll be fun. So we'll get to find out all the cool things that he got to see, play with one of those nights. It's either going to be Thursday or Friday. And I don't know, you think we should just do Facebook?
Yeah, we should do Facebook.
So we'll be doing Facebook on that one. Fernando says it's going to be safe. That woofer in the picture behind you. These are the pictures that Pioneer gave away this year. So this one is the Z and that one is the D. Yeah. Pioneer spent for a company that was going bankrupt earlier this year, they spent a lot of money on these Z and D things. They sent us like these beautiful framed pictures that we have on the wall. Of course, we used the pull strips because we don't want them to stay there forever.
No.
But yeah, they also sent us some like paintings and stuff. It was really weird.
That was
and
cool.
Of course the display and these chairs that someone mentioned earlier.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I want to say,
just got rooms of
Anthony say hello, Dean and Fernando and Fro. I see you guys got the Pioneer chairs like us at Stereo King.
Yes.
Looks like you guys should be doing movie reviews.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Siskel and Ebert, live at the movies. Yeah. Thanks, Mel. I'm glad you liked the... we were just talking about that today because we were trying to decide if Artie watched it or not.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. How much better are the R's versus the new S? So the new... Okay, I'm gonna answer that question, William, a little bit different. So he's asking, is the R series still better than the new S? And... Let's approach it from this perspective. The old S types sucked. I think S stands for suck. I've never been a fan of the S series.
Straight out, huh?
They straight out sucked.
Okay.
I've never been a fan of the S-types. I don't like them. I don't like the way they sounded. I didn't like the way they built them. I didn't like anything about them. When people would ask me, I always recommend just go straight to the R-type. So what they've done with the new S's is fix them. So now they sound way better. Okay, so, but are they better than the R's? No.
Okay, so, but just for like entry-level speaker.
Yeah, but if you're asking me what would I rather own, an old R or a new S?
That's your personal opinion, like.
No, well, I mean, the new R's,
the
old R's
I
sound
agree.
way better than the old S.
I'm just saying, like, but somebody's gonna watch and say, "Oh no, I'm not gonna buy."
But if you have an old S and you're looking to make it sound better, the new S sounds way better than the old S. So, you know, just get the R's. Halo's made with old S speakers. You just really hate that Halo, don't you? Now search for a better backup camera. My favorite Echo Master lip mount cameras. Man. Yeah, Echo Master is for sure the place to find really cool backup cameras. The gray wall looks like Visiting Day and at the Pokey. It's actually like a brownish gray, weird. All right, we're just trying this week to see if this is something
guys,
we want to do.
Yeah.
Fernando is like, it's confusing because we do the Facebook and we do the YouTube in the install bay. So he was like, let's try something different.
But if it's not working, or if you guys feel like, nah, it's kind of boring.
I like having the stuff in the background for you guys to see. I think it's more fun because you guys like to look and.
Somebody say you should guys do this in a car. Inside the car.
Yeah, like Seinfeld does with the comedians.
Yeah.
Cars and whatever.
Yeah. We might try it one day. You never know.
Need better lighting. Right now we just have one light right here in front. We never tried, like, it's dark out now because we're here in Florida and it gets dark at like 6 o'clock.
Well, you're actually good.
It's gonna get really dark. Yeah, so
yes.
What we probably do, that's the other reason why I'm not real thrilled about it, because what we need to do is put another light on him over here. We have the lighting, it's just a matter of trying to figure this out.
Yep.
I'm not sold on the wall though, because it's so glary. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah. In the car.
Like,
hey man. Yeah. Okay.
And the car is dumb. This from a guy who shot his video like this in the side of a car in that BMW. I think that's why you can say that, because I'm going to agree with you on that. Do green screen and have images.
Okay, yeah,
no,
I like that better. Yeah,
no,
why not?
Because I need to turn these videos around in like no time. Comedians and cars.
Yeah.
Another time, just looking for input. I'm working right now, so I can't do research. Dean, if I send my what was that? What was that, Dean? If I send you my
if I send you my amp, will you set them up? To go to my truck and send them back.
Dude, I tell you what, do yourself a favor. $80, man. $80, guys. Hold on. We talked about this.
I'm at work right now, so okay.
Alright, the scope meter right here. Just go on to Amazon, type in LM2001, okay, and buy this. This is a scope meter, alright. With this, you can download on iTunes. Steve, if you don't want to buy an SMDD1, you can buy the CD. Actually, he sells the DD1 soundtrack on iTunes. You can buy it for $10. That has all the test tones and all that. You know, the -5, -10. But pick this up, okay? With this, you can set everything you need to set. It's a digital multimeter, and it's a scope. I mean, we have a full review of this. If you go to Tool Time, you can check it out. We compare it to the really expensive handheld one that we have, as well as some Flukes and a DD1, I think. But dude, this thing is awesome.
$80,
just
man.
$80. Pick it up. You know, and it'll up your car stereo game.
It will help you a lot.
So much, man.
Yeah.
And there again, it's just play with it. They're fun. It's cool. I mean, you get to see what it's doing. Amazon Oscilloscope. Yep, there it is. Actually, if you go to DNF Tool Drawer, there's a link to it there. Do that.
Yeah, do that better.
Yeah, we like that.
All right, then. Hey guys, I have my DSR1 keeps crashing when I'm trying to change the frequency tuning.
Yeah.
Is flash up to date? I believe they have 2 updates.
Okay. If it's crashing like that, It's dead. Send it back. Okay, because that's the problem we were having with that one. It was dead. That's dead. That's dead. And I only say that because we had a really hard time with one.
Yeah.
So basically, what you got going on is normal. Okay, so what Fernando's talking about is there's two updates that you need to do on a DSR1. There's the DSR1 update that you do through Rockford's DSR, and then there's the iData update that is for when you're using it standalone.
Yeah. He's using it standalone.
Oh, he's playing with his DMRTA now.
Oh, really? Look at that. That is cool.
You never answered my. What was the question, Alberto? Find Alberto. Can we find what Rosa?
Yeah, that's what he said. I can send you my amp.
Yeah, you can, but I'd prefer you just do it yourself. I mean, the whole give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. Yeah. With this, you can do it yourself, and you'd be much better for it. Send it to me, and I won't play with it. Are the SMD ones? I don't know, Chris. I don't know. I can't spell. He said buy an O-scope on the Amazon. Oh yeah. So, but dude, there again. I mean,
yeah. So yeah, just try that.
YouTube. Yeah.
Hey.
So okay. So what we should probably do here in the next couple months is just film a bunch of stuff with that.
Yeah.
Just to help everyone out. Yeah. All right. So we'll do like a game. So we'll work on trying to maybe in the car lab do stuff like that. Because like we do a review where we show you all the things about it, and I'm gonna have to go back and see what we actually filmed on it.
The next amplifier
because
we do,
dude, it's not hard. It's cool. It's fun. You'll love it, and you. The whole idea of the channel is to teach you guys how to do this stuff. So, I mean, trust me, we appreciate you guys coming to us and having us do this stuff.
But try to click water, like Johnny said.
Pay Paul the install price. For
it's
sure.
for you price,
Send your amps for $200 or order O-scope for $80. Exactly. I never had engine noise, but I'm having it now. Any solutions? Ooh. So, anyways, back to the DSR1 real quick before we went down the rabbit hole. So, there's two updates. So, there is
iData,
the iData update, which is just like a firmware update. It's not flashing it. It's just an update to the unit itself, which fixes a lot of issues. And then there's
tries to connect.
Yeah, connection issues for the Bluetooth. But what you're describing to us, we actually ran into on one of ours, and it was just a bad unit. Yeah. It was just dead. It was something wrong with it. It was too far gone. We did all the updates. We did everything we could.
Send back.
We had two units, and we were just like, okay, this unit connects perfect every time. This unit just keeps crashing and doing what you're describing. Yeah. It's the unit. Yep. They're not perfect.
Just
no company is perfect, but send it back or take it back or send it in. Do what you ever need to do. All right, as far as engine noise, never had engine noise, now you have engine noise. You have to look and see what changed. For first things first, always check your battery voltage. Check your battery voltage. So, like a bad fuse holder underneath the hood, engine noise is a really good indicator that you might have issues with low battery voltage. Like your fuse holder underneath the hood is starting to melt and just, okay. Well, now you're not getting the right voltage back to the amplifiers because your fuse holder is melted. That's one situation. These are just snowballing here for you. The other thing, too, is the opposite side of things. Let's say you've been running along great, but now your ground has strangely become loose, and it's finally gotten to the point where now it's just loose and flopping around. Your battery voltage goes down, engine noise.
Yeah.
Speaker wires become loose on the amplifiers. RCAs become loose on the amplifiers. That's also a real common one that we run into, is that the RCAs will, bass, vibration, they just back out, and then when that shield is just not touching and it's doing this, that'll cause engine noise.
So just
check every aspect of your install. There again, digital multimeter is your friend. Connect it at the amplifier and start seeing what is going on.
That's a nice one. Yeah, $80.
$80.
So Fernando, you were saying for me price wasn't a deal? No, that was totally a deal, man.
That's Victor.
I know. That was totally a deal.
Yeah, I've done both those. Damn. Bad news, I guess, I'm in Australia and bought it from eBay. Guess I'll see. Freaking help. Wow,
man.
Dang, man. That sucks.
That's a bad luck. Yeah.
Sell Amp Pro. How to sell Amp Pro to a customer. Ooh.
That was a good one.
How to sell Amp Pros to a customer? Well, okay, so this is a thing that I have this conversation with Pac all the time. First thing about an Amp Pro that just kills the sale is it looks identical to a high-level to low-level adapter. So don't show a high-level to low-level adapter because they look the same. really kind of pisses me off that they put it in the box, and that's red, I cuss, because this is a topic that I'm really passionate about. You don't build a product that's a premium product and put it in the same damn container as the cheaper product.
And also looks like the same, as they use a regular high level.
What we have on our display is we have the back of an aftermarket radio and we have the back of a factory radio on display. So what we did is we cut, literally, we had an old Pioneer. We cut the back of it off and it's mounted to the wall. It shows the preamp section. Then we have an old radio that we took out of a car that someone said, I don't want it anymore. We cut the back of it off. So on the back you have RC outputs, you have factory outputs. You walk a customer over to them and you say, hey, listen, so we need to integrate with your factory stereo somehow. And they look at you funny and go, let me show you the back of these two radios right here. This one has a preamp section. This is what, you walk them over, you show them the RCAs on the radio. This is what your amplifier needs, okay? Now, on the back of your radio is this. There's no RCAs. Right. Now, how do we get from that to that? There's a couple different ways to do that. You have a premium sound system in your car. Insert name of premium sound system. You're a lucky guy. Make them feel special. You're the luckiest guy in the world because we have a device that will turn your factory radio into an aftermarket. And they just look at you like, what are you talking about? Well, we just talked about the fact that you need a preamp section on your radio. This box here, insert whichever, boom, this will take your factory radio and give us that full bandwidth, full amazing preamp section that we need in order to connect our amplifiers. Now, whether you're doing a sub-amp only or a highs amp only, this is what's great. Because if you're just doing a sub-amp today, you get to talk about things like bass roll-off. And all these cars have crap-ass bass roll-off, so when you turn it up, and you just go to them, hey, like right now, you want to add a subwoofer. Why do you want to add a subwoofer? Because when you turn the volume up, the bass disappears. That's called bass roll-off. The reason why you have it is because your system is detuning. If we just throw a high-level to low-level adapter in there, guess what's going to happen? The same thing. Oh, well, okay, I could set an LC2I, but then you got to sit there for an hour and try to get that fixed just right so that it works. Or for the same amount of money as the LC2i, I sell you an Amp Pro that not only will it take care of the fact that it will fix the bass roll-off from the subwoofer, so you're going to get the most amazing sound ever, you get the ability to one day add highs. So we're halfway there. But what I like to really push is the fact that it's doing to your factory stereo what an aftermarket stereo is. It's turning your factory stereo into the preamp section of an aftermarket, and from there we can do anything we want. If a customer doesn't gravitate towards that, they're on their own. Can't help them. Mel is just throwing up gang signs as far as pricing. For those of you guys that don't know, Mel works for PAC. So he's a great guy out of Texas. So if any of you guys are in Texas,
check them out.
He's Mel.
Alright, Dean, and the GM 8604.
I love passion.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Dean, and the GMD 8604, do you trust the gain markings?
No.
Marking settings on the amp, like the H?
H is
supposed to be
high.
matched with the 4-volt.
Yeah, honestly, it's pretty close. It's pretty close.
Okay.
If you're sitting there going between, let's say, I'd say maybe, yeah, it's really, really close. We've set them both ways, and it's like, yeah. So I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. You might have a little bit more gain overlap there but not much. I think you have DNF tool drawer for the says Royal said instead of SMD. I don't know.
You gotta check it out, yeah.
What is the boring life schedule, meaning uploads? Johnny, it's funny. We try to do it every Tuesday, and then we try to do it Friday. It's more or less when I have time during the week right now. Trying to get back on schedule. It's been tough. The idea was to edit it tonight when we do this video, because this video now that we're using Final Cut only takes us about actual edit time, not rendering time, only takes us about a half hour, which is great. So that freed up a lot of time to do other stuff. Some nights I work on tomorrow night's video. Other nights I was going to work on The Boring Life of Dean and Haley. For those of you guys who don't know what we're talking about, Boring Life of Dean and Haley is the journey of me, Dean, and Haley, my daughter, who's on the show every now and then. What we do on the weekends. But yeah, so we're trying to figure that out. It's 8 or we're on episode 9, I think. Recommend double DIN 300, 400 range. Depends what features you want. There's a lot to choose from.
Yeah. Let me see.
Your next step doing this may be calling is like a radio station. 300, 400 bucks. You know, you have a Kenwood or Pioneer. Take your pick. They both make really great radios in that price point. I mean, it's a tough call.
Yeah.
I'm putting a double din radio in my 2007. I've seen videos on how to install it with great information. Thank you so much. Looking forward. Order the dash kit. Look for more professional in my truck. Can I send me the information on the kit to order? Thanks, Kevin. There again, dash kits. That one is going to be metroonline.com. Just metroonline.com is all you need to do. How long does it take you to upload? My short videos seem to take forever. I go to bed. So the last thing I do at 2 o'clock in the morning is I hit upload, then I just go to bed. If it's like tonight's show, this one's going to take an hour. This is going to take all night. So with this show, the longest part of this show is going to be the import and the export. The editing is quick now since we're using this, but upload takes forever.
Yeah.
Takes forever. But I've also, at the house, I pay for the premium upload so that I don't have to wait as long as I did because it was killing me.
Adrian, we use Stinger. We always use Stinger, so I don't know how is the install bay. I'm sure it's good, but we use Stinger, so.
As far as the cap goes, the hybrid cap battery, okay, I liked the hybrid caps. The hybrid caps were actually useful. They were expensive, so people were kind of like, Rockford also makes one of those too. We just put one in not too long ago. But no, the hybrid caps are nice. They're not bad. I just need a little extra juice. Yeah, 10 Fair, we put, dude, back at ABE, we put those things in all the time. I like them. I just don't like a cap. It's so silly. How many customers do you get through the YouTube channel? A lot.
A lot? Like a lot?
A lot. I mean,
like all these people, they came from another state.
But
they normally watch the videos and they decide to call and say, okay, we like this. So.
Yeah. You know, the idea behind it was never to get customers. It was just to inform people.
Teach people.
You know, we get customers from it, but I feel the customers come because there's no surprise. Like when you see us do an install in the video, that's what we do every day. Every day, any day that you come here and see us, whatever we're working on is going to be the same that you see in the videos. We don't do anything different. So whether it's a 5 o'clock special or whether it's a Mac Daddy going to stay the night, they're getting the same install. I don't care.
No.
To me, it's just, this is how we work, and everything gets treated the same. Yeah. And I think we've hammered that in enough to where people, it's like, yeah, I want that. I want to know that this hard-earned money that I'm paying for, this is what I'm going to get, you know, and we back it up. And that's, you know, so, for the guys that make the trip, we make it as special as we can for them. Like Victor, drives up from Miami, but you know, it's tough, and I feel for you, I really do. I wish some of the guys, like in California and stuff like that. I mean, there's plenty of shops out there that do work like we do.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of they don't know how to market themselves to get that information out, so that people can be like, or they're just there again. They have a different business model than ours, where they can't deal with that type of thing.
Hey, yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you guys do clean installs. A lot of people just do wiring. Exactly. And like this Saturday, I don't know if you guys caught the late show Saturday.
Yeah.
Guy drove down from Georgia because there again, they sold this guy a bill of goods. I mean, they sold him 9,000 series Stinger cables. For those of you guys that don't know, those are like $150, $200 cables. All right,
really nice cables.
They crush the shit out of them. And I cuss again. I'm sorry, but passion. They crush them.
Yeah.
How do you crush somebody's $600? He had $600 worth of cables, and they crush them under the seat. How do you do that?
They don't even care.
You know. And then they sold them 12-footers, so we couldn't reuse them. Totally stink. But that was the picture I put up on Instagram. The JL and the Mustang. Everyone's like, "You guys sell JL?" No, we don't sell JL.
Fernando, have you done any?
Have you done any custom installs?
No, never. Like I say, I was working for another shop. That they don't know how to work, and when I came here, that's like I came here to learn how to work, and I did some of the kind of flush things, but nothing crazy like Dean. You know, I saw the videos and everything. I'm like, ooh, that was awesome. So yeah. And
installer didn't care.
Exactly.
A lot of installers don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, and there again, whether it be because they're unhappy with where they're working. I had a guy question me the other day, was asking, I'm not happy where I'm working, what should I do? And I'm like, leave. You know, if you're not happy where you're working and it's for reasons that you can't fix, leave. You know, the nice thing about being an installer, or for any of you aspiring installers, people that want to be installers, is this industry is dying, starving for installers. Yeah. They would love to have installers. And a lot of you guys that do DIY it, do it yourself, and are following, you know, what we do, and you try to copy what we do, which is great. There's places that would hire you today like that, because there's not enough guys to do this.
And if they are, it's just they come and go.
Yeah, they come and go. You know, it sucks. You guys have unlimited energy. Oh, well, I don't have to run tonight, so really. I'm spelling it now.
No,
but no,
not really.
Okay, so I was going to talk about this. I'm going to mention this real quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. John Wagner. Yeah, I have 8,000 series. Actually, that's what we put in. We took out the 900 and put in 8,000s.
Yeah.
So if you guys notice, and you probably haven't, the Monday show we're sitting in chairs. The Saturday show we're standing up. Yeah. The reason why is because Monday, even though it's the weekend and we had our one day off, yay! Yeah. Dude, we're beat because we got to make up for all the fun we can in one day. So when we come in here Monday, we're like dragging major butt, like, oh man. And it's like at the end of the day, we're like, oh, I just want to sit down, man. I'm tired. But Saturday night, it's like, we're going to do this show and we're getting the heck out of here. Like this Saturday?
No, I'm still sitting because, you know, I'm
this week you stood though. You stood up. But either way, I'm standing because I'm ready to get the heck out of here, man. I've had enough of this. But all right, guys, that's it. That's the show. Thank you so much as always.
Bye, Jason. Thank you.
Send any top. All right, we'll talk more about that, Jason.
Yeah,
we're gonna do the top 5. We got to wrap that up towards the end of the year here.
Thank you,
got to figure out what
Ernesto.
we're gonna do. DNF Tool Store is the place where you can find all the cool tools that we use. Teespring/store/5stars, a place where you can get cool 5-star shirts. Patreon is the place where you can go to get to support the show. If you want to support the show, if you watch this video on YouTube, your name is at the end of this show because you're a Patreon supporting member. Right. You also get the video podcast. That's right, we do a podcast. You can find it on Podbean, you can find it on iTunes, you can find it on Google Play. But for those of you guys that are Patreon members, you get a video version of it. You're the only ones that get the video version of it. No one else gets them because that's just it. Boring Life of Dean and Haley is the journey of me and Haley. Check that one out too. We're almost at 300 subscribers. We're real excited about that. Haley was like, Dad, we're at 298. And I was like, awesome. Yeah. It's weird growing the channel from back there to where we are on this channel now. We hit 75,000 over the weekend. We're super excited about that, and we're glad that you guys have been with us this whole time.
Thank you.
Make sure you tell your friends and neighbors because we're trying to hit that 100, man.
Yeah.
Trying to hit that 100.
Subscribe.
Just so I can get
subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful week. We will see you again Saturday. Yeah.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.